What do high-rise listings, viral real estate reels, and 1.8 million TikTok likes have in common? For Joe Vairo, it's just another day in the South Florida market. Today, we're diving into real estate, content creation, and how Fort Lauderdale's booming market is showing up loud and proud on social media. So, Joe Vairo is a South Florida-based realtor with the Tyler and Joe team of Douglas Elliman. He's a creative force in the digital real estate space with over 20,000 followers on Instagram, more than 45,000 on TikTok, plus nearly 2 million likes. Joe is known for being an expert in South Florida real estate with his top-of-funnel education-focused videos. I live here in Fort Lauderdale and run my business here, so it's been fun to follow Joe's content because it reflects exactly what's happening in our city, and it's exciting to see Fort Lauderdale really get the spotlight that it deserves. So, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so let's start at the top. How did you get into real estate, and then when did social media really become part of your strategy?
It's a great question. So I played football my entire life. Graduated in 2019 with a new coach. I was like, all right, kind of seeing like where things are going. Pro really wasn't in the cards, so started talking about coaching. Coach kind of talked me out of that. Got a job out of school. Day 84 COVID hits. They laid off 3/4 of the company with Iron Mountain. I watched some lady in the front. She'd been working there 40 years, get laid off like nothing over a Zoom call. I'm like, all right, well, kind of see where things are at right now. And then from there, I'm like, all right, let's kind of try this entrepreneurship. I had no bills. I mean, I had a car payment. I was living at home, not a whole lot of overhead. Started selling stuff online, learning digital marketing, just learning everything I possibly could through pretty much YouTube and Reddit. From there, just kind of scaled some stuff with eBay. And I was like, all right, I don't know if I really want to do this for the rest of my life. I was making good money, but it was just like, I lived at a Goodwill, essentially.
Yeah.
My mom had her real estate license. She's like, why don't you get into real estate? And I've always wanted to own apartment buildings and kind of get into development down the road. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Started learning everything I could on YouTube. Started doing Facebook with apartment rentals, doing lease ups. It's like, all right, this is cool. Like, but then again, like kind of hit a wall because you had to be in there every day showing for apartment complexes. You have to show up every day and you have to be with that client in order to get paid. So that was good. Learned a lot through that. I learned a lot doing stuff through marketing and YouTube on that side, and then got a buyer client. That kind of changed my world. Like, wow, I can make 4 times what I was making before on a rental commission.
Right.
So started working with some buyers, hired a coach, and like all the real estate coaches nowadays, make calls, door knock. I'm like, okay, I'll make calls, start calling.
Old school, yes.
Oh yeah, old school and brutal.
Yeah.
No one answers the phone, or they're nasty. And I can understand it because like think about all the spam calls we get nowadays.
Yes.
So started doing that, and I was like, all right, there's got to be a better way. Like we're getting about a listing a month, but it was brutal. We're getting beat up on the phones. People didn't want to list with you. They wanted to list for 1%, doing all these different things. And I watched all these people on YouTube and like social media. I'm like, there's got to be a better way to do it. And I watched my siblings, and all they do is you call them, they'll look at a phone, I'm like, and they'll wait till the phone call ends.
Yes.
And then they'll text you.
Yeah.
All right. And they look everything up on Instagram and TikTok. Both my siblings are younger than me. So I'm like, all right, I'll just make a TikTok a day. Let's just see what happens. And this was like right coming out of the COVID craze where like everyone was doing the trends.
Yes.
COVID.
And it was more like the funny dances and trends.
But people were blowing up.
Yes.
And they weren't spending any money. So I'm like, all right, because like if it's free, I'm going to try it. Why not? What do I have to lose? Just some sweat equity. Started making a video a day. Day 28, a guy comments on a video. Hey, I want to meet, thinking about buying a house. Anywhere from like Boca to West Palm near the beach. I'm like, all right, no problem. Go down to Midtown, meet him. We grab lunch. From there, he's like, oh, I want to buy a house, $2 to $3 million. I'm like, okay, yep, me too. Like, all right, send me proof of funds, no problem. And then, we can kind of go from there. Sends me proof of funds right there on the spot. I'm like, oh, this is legit.
Yeah.
And from there, buys the first house he saw when we went to go look. And I was like, all right, I'm all in on TikTok. And then from there, it's just kind of snowballed, expanding platforms and just trying to learn as much as I possibly could.
I mean, I think that's huge that you said day 28, you got literally a client, because how many people would say, okay, I'm going to do a TikTok a day, do it for 10 days in a row and say, or, even if they stop at 20, I've done this for 20 days. I'm not really seeing anything, it's like not stopping. The fact that it took 28 days and you just kept going. I mean, then that obviously added fuel to the fire of like, it's working, but a lot of people will stop before it even like gets the chance to work. So it's nice that you really gave it that momentum. And then also frequency. A lot of people think like, oh, I'm going to do great videos, for a week, and then they fall off. Or I'm going to do one a week, and it's just not enough. It's really being, the consistent and the frequent posting that helps.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's all about just constantly doing it and getting the reps. It's like working out at the end of the day.
Exactly. So you're with Douglas Elliman, which is a very respected name in real estate. How do you balance that level of professionalism while still being you online and balancing, their corporate norms per se?
That's a great question. So I think the biggest thing is just trying to align with a brand that kind of backs you and has that luxury type presence to it. Trying to attract new clients, new avenues, and start to create new partnerships. It's also just about staying true to yourself at the end of the day too, because like the client's not coming to you necessarily just because you're with Douglas Elliman. Does it help? Yes. But at the end of the day, they're working with you because they like you and they like what you're putting out there, and you have the same likes and interests. So like we try to keep everything PG. We don't really curse in any of our content.
Right.
We never bash anything. Like we try to do everything that we like and something that, we resonate with and for our ideal client, while also kind of keeping it not so corporate-y when you see
not so stiff. Yes.
Because you see some of those TikToks from some accounts or like the Instagrams, like you can tell like, all right, this is like super scripted. Like we want it to flow and just be natural.
Yes. And there's that balance. Like there's, you still want to have some professionalism if you're going for those, million plus clients, where I've seen some realtors do crazy content of like, they're running through the house and they're cursing and they're jumping over people's furniture. And people would be annoyed of like, oh, I don't want someone doing that in my home to sell. Like, that's crazy. But, it's kind of that rage bait of like people are watching and getting angry how they're treating the house. Like people are watching it, it's getting views, but is it the kind of views that the seller maybe wants? Maybe not. And then I also have seen another one where this lady, she's hilarious and it works for her because she's kind of kooky.
Is it the lady out in Tampa?
I don't know if she's in Tampa, but she hides, the hide and seek one.
Okay, yes.
Have you seen that one?
Yes.
So for people who don't know who are listening, she literally is like, if I were to play hide and seek in this house, and she finds like the most outrageous places to hide. But it works for her because she's kind of kooky and it's fun. But I think that would be like odd if it was like, didn't really resonate with that person, that realtor's, personality.
Right.
It'd be inauthentic, but it works. But also, is it going to attract that 10 million plus buyer? Maybe not. But it can attract, maybe a millennial buyer, someone who thinks that humor is fun.
Right. And I think that's the biggest thing is kind of finding the balance where like, yes, you still want the views, but also trying to attract the ideal client for yourself. Like I'd rather have 200 views, but of those 200 views, 10 of those people are $1 million plus buyers versus 10,000 views. And it's just like,
And I tell my clients that all the time. A lot of people want to go viral, and they just want to make this post, have 1 million, views. And it's one of those things of, a home only needs one buyer. Doesn't need 1 million views. It needs the right buyer though. And I think, it's that quality versus quantity. And you can have a viral account. Yeah, you can have all these followers, but it doesn't mean you're going to be successful because of that. And I see a lot of people who are very successful with only 2,000 to 3,000 followers, but they have dedicated, audience. So it's that balance for sure. How do you see social media changing the game for today's real estate agents?
I think a lot of it, and this kind of goes back to like watching my siblings, because my brother's 15. So like he's going to be our next buyer pool in probably obviously 10, 15, 20 years. And they don't really Google anything anymore. They get everything through social media. And like I've kind of seen myself fall into that as well. Like, for example, yesterday I was down in Cutler Bay. I was like, all right, what am I going to get to eat? I didn't even go to Google. I went right on TikTok and I was like, best restaurants near me. And then like Mr. Eats 305, like he's on point with all his restaurants. And like that's how we're doing everything. And that's how a lot of stuff is starting to transition. It's like this person's an expert. Now I can see it. I can know what it
It's a search engine now. Yeah.
100%.
It really is. And I think, when you're saying that TikTok, also ChatGPT, a lot of people are turning to that. And, if you can post content that's searchable for AI, I think this next generation is going to rely on, where should I live?
Right. I mean, look at what Instagram just announced, that everything that they do, what was it, on July 10th, can now be search engine optimized. So like all those posts that we're putting out there, it's just another layer for us to get out there on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Google My Business, our own website, blog. So just layering in things so you can build that trust and that relationship with clients. So when they are looking, they're like, all right, I know exactly who I'm going to.
Exactly. I think there's a lot of people, with that announcement, I think more people will put more attention on captions. But there's a lot of people in the past who didn't. And I'm like, captions are keywords. It's like keyword stuffing at its finest. And people thought like, oh, only hashtags, only this. But now they're saying even, not just hashtags, not just captions, but the whole post is now searchable. And I think we're going to see more people really pay attention to that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like we're already playing around with kind of taking our transcripts from the videos, then mixing in what we were going to use for the caption, then kind of figuring out like a blog post and just playing with it as we start to progress through it. Because I mean, like you said before, we just need one person.
Yes, and the person who's searching, why not make it easy for them? If they're saying, okay, I need a home with great schools, this area, yada, yada, why not have it all there for them? So they don't have to search that hard if you're making it easy, and it's better on everyone.
Right. Plus, most people don't go past the first 5 results anyway.
It's very true. I think everyone's gotten so used to like the ease of social media, like why bother searching? Which, leads me to, now that you have a large audience on both platforms and you make like a wide variety of content for anyone who hasn't seen your videos, what type of posts do you find that people really connect with most?
It's tough. I mean, I think the ones that people connect with most it can be different for any person, number one. But number two, I think it's some of the lists. People really like the food videos. They like some of the home tours. They like things that are coming, the developments. Some of the broader things also, like when we talk about the whole state of Florida, they kind of like that because it's, again, people are researching. And I mean, let's be real. My content's not the same as someone who's doing, for example, like Hub's Life, where he's like doing his 9 to 5 every day.
Yes.
So they're more intentional, but then they're like, all right, well, you're giving an overview of South Florida. Then you're doing a breakdown on just that specific neighborhood, like Coral Ridge or Rio Vista in Fort Lauderdale. And a lot of that starts to resonate with people, and the shares, even, for example, like the top places to work out in Fort Lauderdale. Like I posted a video the other day, the amount of love that so many of these great, fitness facilities got, and the people coming out of the woodwork sitting and just sparking conversations at the end of the day. It doesn't even have to be about real estate.
Yeah. And I think that leads to this point of, it's the top of funnel content. A lot of people think of bottom of funnel. They want to sell, get clients, and they don't realize that you have to warm up an audience first. And like you said, you did a video of top gyms, your top places to work out in Fort Lauderdale. You're not selling anything in that video. You're just being a resource. But people remember that, and they're going to say, oh, I got to call Joe. He knows what's going on in the area, or he knows what's happening because of these videos. But it's just adding education. It's adding a resource to those looking, who a lot of your followers may not buy anything in the next 5 years, but maybe that 6th year, they're going to buy something and they'll remember it.
Right, exactly. We've had people who reach out and like, I've been watching you for 2-3 years. Like they've never reached out before, never commented. They've just liked the video. And then from there, they reach out. So like you said,
yes,
getting them to see it as an educational and something as a resource for them.
Definitely. And then beyond that resource and top of funnel content, it's the person that people want to work with. I think when social media first came out for brands, a lot of brands were so focused on, the logo and being so professional. And I think after COVID, a lot of people leaned into being more like, this is me, this is real. Like you're working with this person, and more like authentic content. And I think that's the power a lot of people miss, especially in real estate, is they show homes or they'll show the area, but they forget to put themselves in the content because people want to know who they're working with. They want to know who they relate with. I know for us at Goat Social Media, like I'm in a lot of the content because people, want to know like who is working on my social media, or who is Cassie, who am I handing the controls over to, who's really going to speak for the brand. And same for you of, being a realtor. It's one thing to find, a home for someone or sell someone's home, but it's that relationship you're building with your client. They need to be able to trust you.
Right. 100%. And it's just like, there's also like a delicate balance too, like that I kind of struggle with, where like, for example, like you watch a person like Ryan Serhant, who's obviously at the top of his game, but he's always in a suit, and that's his brand. He's never really not. And like, he's done some stuff with YouTube where like he's doing his like, get ready with me. And he's in a t-shirt or workout clothes, but he's only in it for like maybe 10 seconds of the video.
Right.
While you'll see some of these other content creators, they just prop their phone up. They're just wearing like a t-shirt and shorts. Like, yes, you're getting to know them, but it's hard when you're trying to create a brand within that type of real estate or that area, because some people, they automatically see it as a turnoff. Like, hey, this person's not in XYZ clothing.
Yeah.
So, and we also play around with like jerseys and stuff during like the sports season, because like that's a big thing. Like, I'm a big football fan. So,
yes.
Like, just being able to spark any conversation, because obviously like people are very passionate about their teams. Yes. And then it just gets them the resonate.
Yeah, and it's part of your personal brand. Like, you have that history with football. It's part of what you do. So I think that's very authentic for you. And I think, you have to lean into the professionalism of your brand, but also who you are. Like you said, it's a balance for sure. And I think that's something that, a lot of people struggle with. But I think if you're not doing it, people are going to have a brand or something about you anyways. They're going to think whatever they're going to think based on your social media. So might as well give them something to think about, or might as well give them something that they're going to really recognize.
Right. 100%.
So what advice would you give a new agent trying to grow online without feeling like they're just copying the trends?
It's a good question. I think probably the biggest piece is, number one, just be consistent. Just make a video. Like, I hate to say who cares, but like most people aren't going to see it. Like I've learned.
Yes, I've said that before. Yes. I say, what's the worst? It flops and 2 people see it. Okay, so it flops and 2 people saw it.
Yeah. Or like your friends are going to make fun of it. Like I hope they make fun of it. That means they're going to share with people. The more shares you get, the more chance you have of going viral. And you hope they comment on it.
Yes.
Like that was probably my biggest fear in the beginning. Was like, oh man, what are my friends going to think? Because like it's like obviously we make fun of each other, but we want the best for each other.
Yes.
But I think that's a legitimate fear among a lot of people is doing that. And then also just don't worry about the results and the views and all that. Like you will get clients from it. You can't control when someone reaches out. The only thing you just got to control what you can control. And that's the output and getting better every single day.
I think that's great advice. Recently Time announced like their top 100 like online creators, and 2 of them that stuck out to me was Stephen Bartlett from Diary of a CEO and Mel Robbins with the Let Them Theory. And what was interesting is they both posted about this achievement almost the same day or same time because the list came out, and they both pretty much posted the same thing. So Stephen Bartlett said that, and I quoted this because it was chilling. He said, embarrassment is the price of entry. And it's so true. He's like, if I got stuck, feel like I'm going to be embarrassed to post something, or like who, someone's cousin is going to say about me, or an ex-coworker is going to say about me. He was like, I would have never got here. And literally Mel Robbins said the same thing. Because if I thought, what are the other moms in the neighborhood going to say about me, I would have never became, a bestseller and a podcast host and all of this stuff. And it's almost like you have to be willing to just know that's coming, but the success is there. Or, what you're holding yourself back. What's the worst? You're never going to know.
And in the beginning, you don't have to spend any money on it. You can just literally use your phone. You don't have to have any mics. You don't even have to have a fancy light or anything.
Yes.
Just stand near the window.
Yes.
And just play with it. Because like everyone has a different perspective, different likes, different interests. Like, for example, I try to get my mom to make videos because I work with her as well. I'm like, you have a completely different audience than I ever would have, because you have kids, you've lived here, you went away, you came back. Like you have different stories, perspectives, everything, and someone would definitely resonate with you that I might not resonate with as much.
Correct.
And then they want to work with you.
Yes.
And then ultimately it just helps the team grow and more and more.
It does. And I like that you said, start with, just literally your phone, because it's true. Even like my agency, now we're in an office and now we're established, but I started it in my parents' house right after college, with just a computer, or working out of Starbucks. I was meeting clients literally at Starbucks here, Starbucks there. And then you grow and you get to that level, but you have to start somewhere. You have to have some base of something, and you have to start, with the lowest price of entry. If the lowest price is using your phone, why not? And I think social media really gives everyone that chance to have the viral aspect, because anyone can upload a video and every brand has to do it the same way. No one really has that leg up unless you're running ads. Right. So it's like, you might as well. So I want to go on to talking about Fort Lauderdale. So we're in Fort Lauderdale now. I am a homeowner in Fort Lauderdale, and I actually moved here first in an apartment building during COVID, which a lot of people did. I feel like a lot of people during COVID, like, let's give Fort Lauderdale a chance. And it's really grown since then. And it's been amazing to see all the growth that's happened. A lot of restaurants, a lot of buildings. What are you seeing about the market right now in business and real estate? Like, what's getting you excited about this area?
I think, number one, Fort Lauderdale's completely changed, because I grew up in Coral Springs, went to high school out in Fort Lauderdale. Like, Fort Lauderdale is nothing like what it was when I was in high school.
No. I grew up in Parkland, and I come down here maybe for a show, maybe to eat on Las Olas once or twice, but that was about it.
Maybe go to the beach. Like, everything at the Pompano Beach Pier wasn't there. Like, it was just homeless people. And now, like, they have the whole pier area and all the development. So I think a lot of the development, a lot of things from Miami moving up, like Miami's pretty much built out. They're building some beautiful buildings down there, don't get me wrong. But a lot of people, they're kind of over the traffic, the hustle and bustle, the crowds, and they're moving into Broward. And Fort Lauderdale is one of those hot spots where it's like, all right, we're going to try to take advantage of that between Fort Lauderdale and Pompano. And they're really trying to capture it, because we've been such a middle ground between
West Palm
and Miami. Like we've just kind of been overlooked. And now there's all this money being dumped into the city, whether it's new restaurants on Las Olas. I mean, look at all the restaurants that have opened up recently. And then we have all the new buildings. We have Equinox coming. And I think it's really just setting us up for the future. Now, we're definitely still, I believe, more of like a single family home market and maybe townhomes, because people like the space. They like the boating. They like the waterfront living. But we've also never had some of these luxury condos. And I think that's going to kind of completely change the way people think about condo living. Because a lot of people, for a lot of these brand new buildings, they think they're rentals, because that's all we've ever had is like, oh, a brand new apartment building's coming in for rent. And then like calling it like, oh, no, these are for sale. And then some of them are actually quite affordable as well.
Yeah. And I think, there's that that, old, mentality of, when you're young, you live in apartments or you live in the city. And then when you settle down, you move to the suburbs. And a lot of people, even in the Parkland area where I grew up, a lot of people were like, oh, I lived in Fort Lauderdale when I met my wife or my husband. And then we raised our family in Parkland. And I think it's interesting because now we're seeing a lot of people want to stay here. Like I was, renting and then I bought a place here. And a lot of people want to stay in Fort Lauderdale, not necessarily escape Fort Lauderdale. So I think with these new, condo buildings, it's going to attract maybe, those younger buyers who maybe will end up on Las Olas Isles or maybe end up in Victoria Park or Rio Vista or Coral Ridge. Like they'll want to raise families and be in Fort Lauderdale, for life.
Right. Yeah. Because I think for the longest time, like if you wanted condo living, you lived on Gull Mile. And
yeah.
Most people didn't want to live on the beach.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, well, condo living.
And it felt retiree.
Yeah. I mean, it's slower. I mean, I think Gull Mile is kind of cool. It's
yes,
different,
yes.
But it does kind of feel because it's very seasonal. So like, then summer it's dead.
Yes.
But there's no wait for restaurants, which is nice.
Yeah. So true. Oh, that's awesome. So what do you see as an opportunity for buyers and sellers, especially in the current climate, and not just Fort Lauderdale, but all over South Florida?
I think on the buyer side, there's definitely opportunity on resale condos right now. With everything going on with the condo market, with the higher HOA fees, dealing with some of these assessments. Now, you will have to kind of weather a storm for 2, maybe 3 years as things kind of get sorted out and they update some of these buildings. But once they weather the storm, I think some of these prices will start to come up. You're just seeing a lot of inventory right now. So it is an opportunity.
It's a buyer's market.
Definitely on the condo side. We're seeing a little bit more of a buyer's market on the single family side as well. When you go west of 95, it kind of changes though.
Yeah.
I also think Pompano. I know we call it Pampa yes because Pompano, and it's just like all the development happening there. Definitely an opportunity between all the new buildings, the new downtown, the Pomp, the pier, which is I think Pompano's gonna be really cool. But it's also a boating lifestyle. It's a little bit more quiet.
Yeah.
Then on the selling side, I mean, it just depends. I mean, obviously, if your home's a little bit more updated, you definitely have a better opportunity to sell and get top dollar for it. But homes are sitting a little bit longer right now. Yeah. We kind of go through just a little bit of uncertainty with a little bit of insurance, the economy, different things. But homes are still selling every day. It's just kind of figuring out where you want to live at the end of the day. I mean, just because every neighborhood is different within Fort Lauderdale, which is really cool because you go from like Rio to Coral Ridge to Vairo by the Sea, maybe even Imperial Point. All those vastly different lifestyles.
Leads me to ask you, do you have a favorite?
Oh, shoot. Okay. Yes, but I can't afford it yet. So
okay.
My favorite, I like Rio. I love Rio just because like I could see myself raising a family there. You could live on the water. You're still close to downtown. You have everything on 17th Street and you can hop on 595 and 95.
Yeah. So, I think it's like a hidden gem.
There, and then obviously Coral Ridge on the country club side.
Love Coral Ridge, yeah.
Because you could live on the water or you could live on the golf course side and you're still kind of centrally located. It's quiet.
Yeah, you're kind of by Lauderdale by the Sea too, if you want to go that way.
Yep. So you can go to Lauderdale by the Sea Beach, you can go to Pompano, you can go to Gull Mile, and then you have all the shops right around you. And then if you want to go downtown and go out or go to a nice dinner, you still can and still come back home. And it's extremely walkable.
Yeah. And then do you have a hidden gem spot that you like to, show off? Or like if you have people are like, where should I go in Fort Lauderdale? Or what's like the coolest spot now?
Oh, shoot. Coolest spot in terms of places to eat or grab a drink?
All over.
Oh, man. I
know.
That's tough. I'd probably say I like Twice Removed. I know a lot of people don't even know it exists.
I don't even know what that is.
So Twice Removed is I guess it's a bar/restaurant in Gull Mile. So they had won best cocktail, best date night, and best happy hour for the Fort Lauderdale.
I have to add it to my list. Twice Removed. Got it.
Twice Removed. So that's a lot of fun. I think it's a pretty cool spot. No one really knows it's over there. And then I think a lot of the different breweries are a lot of fun because they do, especially right now during the summer, they're doing a lot of different activities at night, whether you're going to trivia, bingo, even run clubs.
Yes. I know one of my favorite breweries, which is kind of like, I feel like a hidden gem, is Invasive Species. Like that one, I have like the Mug Club too. And I think for summer, they're doing like $2 martinis because it's slow. Like people can really get good deals in the summer at a lot of these restaurants offering happy hours. Some crazy happy hours are happening right now.
I mean, that's what I like to go out for happy hour because everything's either half off or you get a great deal.
Yes.
And then you still get something you can be home whenever normal time.
Yes. And Jay's Steakhouse, which recently opened. Have you been in there yet?
I have not been yet.
So that is a wild spot. So it was an old church. For people who don't know, it was an old church that was turned into, it was a restaurant before, and then they took over the past restaurant and they really like built it out, but they kept this old church feel. And it's very like almost like dark but red, like steakhouse vibes with like painted glass, and they added like a little lounge. They have live music. Like it's like a cool, like unique spot. But I think because they opened in summer, it's going to be high season again very soon. They're offering such great deals. Like I think one of their happy hours is like $19 for like a steak meal. Like can't get better than that. So there's a lot of options down here, which is nice.
Oh, 100%. And even like if you get off Los Olas, like I know everyone thinks about Los Olas as the spot to be, but like you get into Flagler Village and stuff, like, oh shoot, Glitch Bar.
Oh, Glitch is awesome. Yes.
Ton of fun. And then you head right around the corner and grab Blueprint cookies on your way home.
Yes. And for those who don't know, Glitch Bar is an arcade bar. And I feel like there's really not a lot of that in South Florida, and it's not really, there's like, maybe Dave and Buster's is all you got if you want to do some arcades, and that's even cheesy. So like Glitch is really more that bar leaning into like the nostalgic games. And
it's something to do. You're not just sitting there. That's the thing I like about it.
Exactly. So we close out every episode with 2 questions that we ask every guest. So the first one is, what's your favorite current social media platform?
Currently, my favorite, I would have said TikTok maybe about 6 months ago. Right now, I like YouTube a lot.
Okay, why?
YouTube is definitely, so on Instagram and TikTok, it's like, someone explained it really, really good. It's like a lottery ticket. Every single time you post a video, you could just hit it big. But it's also not as predicated on you if you're just doing organic content. You could just get lucky with the For You page and it just gets put in front of people. YouTube it seems like a lot more skill-based in creating the content. Plus, the clients who come from it are a lot higher intent. They're searching for this specifically. But now you're becoming almost like Netflix in a sense. Like Netflix has done a great job at tinkering with each one of the thumbnails for each title that you see and really tailoring it by person and what they're like with all the data. So YouTube's very much the same way. You could have the best video in the world, but your title and your thumbnail suck, it will never get seen.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on TikTok, I can make a video in 5 seconds and it could blow up, and I just got lucky. Meanwhile, on YouTube, like there's so much that goes into each little thing. And I think that's a really cool challenge, number 1, to figure out. But number 2, I like the clientele that's coming from it. They're higher intent conversations. And these people are serious when they're reaching out.
And that makes sense because Google owns YouTube. So a lot of people don't realize that, but it falls under the Google brand. So it definitely does function as a search engine. So if you can really, harness that skill, you can do well there. And you're right, that the higher intent, maybe you're getting 100 views and not 10,000 views, but of those 100 views, it's people who really want to see, what they're looking for.
Right. Like I'm not trying to be Mr. Beast on it. Like would it be nice?
Exactly.
Yes, 100%. But being able to scale on that level.
Yes.
So there's definitely an opportunity there.
I love it. So what's one social media trend that you wish would just go away?
I don't like that people bash on someone. Like, for example, what's going on with like Hub's Life, just because that's what's going on right now on my For You page. Is like everyone's hating on him, but they're kind of just riding that wave of like, oh, everyone's just, hating on him because he got out of his 9 to 5 and just creating content. I wish people were a little bit more positive and uplifting to each other on there, because like sometimes it's hard. Like you'll sit there and like, I have no idea what to make a video on. Like I'll sit there in my room and be like, all right, I've been sitting here for 2 hours. I've been scrolling Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Like I have no idea how to do it. And like some people just think like, oh, it's all they do is they make a dance all day.
Right.
When in reality,
there's strategy. Yes.
Strategy between the video, the CTA, then you're coming up with the caption, then the music behind it, like everything that goes into it.
It takes time. That's why I'm in business. It does take time. People don't want to do it, but it matters. But I agree. I think people get very comfortable behind a screen or behind their phone to bash. And it's what are you getting out of that?
Right. But look, I'll take it all day long. You want to comment negatively on something because it's
going to help your engagement rate.
And people just argue all day long in the comments. Like you can kind of stay out of it. So.
Yes. And some comment sections can be fun. Some of them can be fun. So it's not, not all bad. I saw a funny video on TikTok the other day where this girl was like trying on outfits for she's going on a work trip, and it went viral pretty instantly. I think it has almost like 12 million likes the other day when I looked. It's like all these people are making like these one-off videos, but basically she puts this outfit on and it looks like she's almost like gone back in time. And people were saying like, that's fine if your like work is giving a tour of the colonial days. Like people had funny comments and she enjoyed it. Like she was like, playing along with it. Like, I'm not going to pack that. It was just fun. And I think there's one difference of like, the outfit was horrible, but no one was bashing her as a person. They were just making fun comments about it, and she was playing along. And I think that's what helped her go viral.
Oh yeah, some of the comment sections are probably better than the videos.
Yes, I could argue that
on Instagram and TikTok. And then there's others that are like just pure malicious.
Yes, and there's that difference.
Yeah.
So Joe, thank you so much for being here. Your insight on real estate content and the Fort Lauderdale market was so spot on. Where can our listeners follow you to keep up with your listings and all your content?
Yep. So on Instagram, you can follow me at the Vairo Group and at Living in Fort Lauderdale FL.
Awesome. And we'll make sure to link all of your handles in the show notes. Thank you again. You're officially a part of the herd.
Thank you.